So, by the time that this video gets uploaded, there will be 78 days until Christmas.
Alright, that's a little over 2 months.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
I mean, Halloween first, but as soon as Halloween's over, as soon as it's midnight on November 1st, it's Christmas. Fuck Thanksgiving. We don't need that. You know, turkeys, cool, but like Santa Claus.
Well, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
What do you mean we don't celebrate Thanksgiving?
We celebrate Thorksgiving.
Thorksgiving. Give Thorks.
Give Thorks.
We should put a picture of him.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of him. We went to Walmart, I think last year.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just look at stuff, and there was like this one little, I think it's an owl. I don't even see him. Oh, he's down there. A little owl, and it's supposed to say give thanks, but like it had a printing error or something, so they printed out and it says give Thorks, so we had to buy him immediately.
Yeah. We had to save him because no one else would have bought him.
Oh no, like he was like the last one. Nobody wanted him.
But anyway, so I'm going to plug up our Twitter. So if you guys haven't followed us yet, you can follow us on Twitter at JuiceFineapple. Kaleb posts there pretty often. I'll start posting there. I know I said that last week, but for real this time, I'm going to get the login information and I'm going to post there. It's going to be great. Fun ride. I think we went up in followers, huh?
Yes, we're at like 15 or 16.
Okay.
As of recording this.
And I think as of recording this, we have 22 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what it said on the...
So, that's pretty good.
Computer.
Yeah, real quick, because I've had people ask me, the anime episode is coming. Kaleb wanted to take his time editing it to make it really good, so we're hoping to have that. Well, we will have that up by the time... Like, after this uploads, we'll try to have it up that week. Maybe on Friday or Thursday or something like that.
It'll probably even be sooner. I'm like halfway done. I got the hard part done. Mm-hmm. Now my whole thing, like the biggest part of it left is I have to just like bulk look up images and GIFs and shit.
Yeah.
And it's just because I have a lot of stuff going on with work right now. I'm being transferred elsewhere, so it's difficult. And then you're in a dog job right now, so you're not at home either. No. So right now it's just busy work-wise, but at least the podcast is always straight. That's always on Mondays. Yeah. Anything outside of that, there's no promises of when it'll come. Yeah. Eventually.
Well, we're gonna work on figuring out a schedule as we start to upload more of other videos. We have some top 5s coming, some other ideas. Solo videos for Kaleb and solo videos for me are being planned right now. We're working on trying to figure out a streaming schedule, maybe. Gameplay, stuff like that, commentary. Also, we've gotten a lot of good feedback either on the comments of the videos or in text messages or something like that. So thank you guys for actually giving your opinions on the videos. We really appreciate it. And as always, if you have any thoughts, any recommendations, suggestions, please leave it down in the comments below. We really appreciate it.
I know what we need to do for Halloween.
What?
We need to have a Halloween episode where we look at shitty cosplay.
Oh my god. I would love that.
Because this year for Halloween, Caitlin's making our costumes. I'm helping out somewhat. You're having me do measurements.
Yeah, very slight. Yeah, but I'm the main person. We're gonna do. Should we tell them now or?
No, y'all can wait.
Okay, y'all can wait to figure out what we're gonna do.
Well, she's making our costumes. Yeah. So hopefully they're better than the pictures and videos that we will watch together of people doing shitty cosplay.
Oh, they will be. I can promise you that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll stay up all night if I have to. But you can start with your topics.
First off, I just have 2 of them, video game related. I'm not going to do that other thing I told you about. It's not ready. Okay. I'm too busy. But this was kind of a surprise one. But there was a leak recently that I saw on Reddit that Animal Crossing might be coming Q1 2019. Huh. Q1 is anywhere from January to April. Right. So, I think in our first podcast, I had made a prediction that they were going to make it direct in January or February and release in the beginning of the summer. So, the beginning, middle-ish of Q2. So, if this comes true, I'd be wrong, but I don't want to be wrong. Because the sooner it comes out, the better. Yeah.
Well, I hope you're wrong as well, because I would really like to play Animal Crossing now.
Yeah, I have an article about it, but people are... the main thing with that is people aren't believing it because Yoshi's Crafting World or whatever, whatever it's called, that's rumored.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't give a release date. All they said was early 2019. And, like, early always means, like, Q1.
Right.
And Fire Emblem, The Three Houses, is coming out in spring, which is from March to, I guess, May.
Yeah.
So people are like, I don't know when they're going to drop Animal Crossing, because wherever they drop it, it's going to take sales from other things. So they can't put it anywhere near Yoshi. Because that's going to, like, for as good as Yoshi is, it's going to struggle just because it's not very hardcore. And it's the same thing with the Kirby games. Like, they're really cute and stuff like that. But they have more dedicated following. Kirby doesn't really sell millions.
I think it would be okay if they release, like, one game and let it have its own month, or, like, its own 2 months, and then release another one. So if they did, like, I don't know if they would do Yoshi first, maybe Animal Crossing first. Well, I don't know. I think they would probably do Yoshi first because it's directly after the holidays. Not many people are probably going to buy games right after the holidays. So, like, Yoshi January through February. Animal Crossing March through April, and then, well, Fire Emblem through June, July.
Yeah.
Well, I missed May, but, you know.
That's what they did the first year, in 2017 when the Switch first came out. There was a big game every single month of that year to, like, build up hype. If it's gonna release in early time, dude, I don't think it's releasing in January. Like, they're gonna have to talk about it soon. If it's gonna Animal Crossing.
Well, yeah, I don't think they're
gonna have to. Like, that, the rumors are like...
We haven't even gotten gameplay for it
That's
yet.
what I'm saying. So like, they're gonna have to start dropping shit, like, mad.
Well, why do people believe the leak? Like, where's the credibility?
This is, let me see where it's at. I have it on Reddit. It's from a website called Loot Pots. I think they're the one that broke the story. This is from October 2nd, so it's a few days old. But I think they're the ones that broke this, the thing. It says that they have credible sources that is rumored to have Animal Crossing releasing as early as Q1 2019.
I mean, but anyone can say that, right? Like, I can say I have a credible source that's going to tell me who's going to win the presidential, like, debate or whatever next year, but, like, I don't know. Yeah.
That's what I was like, it's kind of like whatever. But then once they broke it, a few other websites started coming out about it too. They've also heard shit like that.
Oh, I feel like everyone's just kind of jumping on the bandwagon. Well, because, like, okay, whenever Pokemon, like, Sun and Moon had some leaks or whatever, like, a lot of people are like, oh, I heard this from a credible source, but some of the leaks were wrong. Yeah. Like, where was the dolphin Pokemon that we were all promised? We didn't get one, you know? Still kind of salty about that, not even gonna lie.
They honestly didn't get much farther than that, but it's just because, like, after this was posted, it, like, blew up. Like, there's 12,000 upvotes, which is a like on Reddit.
I know what an upvote is.
Oh, my bad. I know you don't go on Reddit, like, nearly as much as I do.
No, but I see whenever you do. I mean, I can understand that an upvote is a like.
But after that, like, it blew up, because generally stuff, like, because Nintendo's a very specific subreddit, like, stuff won't blow up nearly as much as that. So I'm gonna keep my eye on that. I don't believe it, but it's news, and we follow Animal Crossing, so I figured I'd keep Animal Crossing in our news loop.
Yeah, just in case.
The second thing was a Harry Potter game got leaked.
For what? Switch? Xbox?
I think just... I don't think Switch. Like, this looks too... Like, maybe it looks PC? Too good. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm thinking it'd be PC, PS4, and Xbox. But this actually has gameplay footage and stuff like that. Let me get to the opening up and then we'll watch it together real quick. I think it might be silent, so I don't know. But if it has noise, then I'll just, I'll edit that out if this thing would load. But people were speculating that it was going to be made by Rocksteady, who's the ones that made those Batman games that have been blowing up over the past few years, because they're done with Batman. But I think that they came out and said they were making a Superman game or something like that. I don't know. Like, it's either come out that they're doing Superman or it's, like, leaked or whatever. But they did come out, or someone came out and said that they're not making this Harry Potter game with someone else. But, like, it looks legit. Oh, I got copyright taken down by Warner Brothers. So it is legit. Yeah, it got copyright strike.
Okay, well, you heard it here first. Probably not first, but we'll pretend like it's first.
Let me see if I can look it up on YouTube real quick while we keep talking. It looks really fucking good. And the premise is it takes place way before the movies or anything. This is a prequel. Okay. you make your own wizard.
Oh, cool.
It takes place in the 1800s.
Wow.
So it's like, or like early 1900s. Either late 1800s or early 1900s. So everybody's like...
Yeah, I think this is a good move for them. I'm honestly surprised that no one made a game about Harry Potter, like, with this kind of style before this, you know?
Yeah. See, there was other games, but, like, dude, best Harry Potter game, in my opinion, all time, Harry Potter 2, because, you like, basically, you got to actually be Harry, you got to explore the majority of the school, you had to go to classes and shit like that, like, you had to, like, live it. Yeah. But starting in the fourth game, it became like more like an action series, and it was just like levels and shit. It got stupid. 3 was good too, but I just prefer 2 the most because it was like a big part of 2 was you being a student, and that's what I always wanted to do. I always wanted to just be a game where you could just go to Hogwarts and just be a student. And Chucklefish, the people who helped make Stardew Valley, they're working on something like that. If anything drops on that, I'm bringing that up.
I think you told me about that. It's not like Harry Potter, but it's like similar. Like, it's similar. It's like witches and like,
you make a student, you go to magic school, and you just live your life.
So like any game that they come out with, it's gonna be good because Stardew is so like detailed, and I still have not played through the majority of Stardew, but I would love to continue. I'm just maybe now that I have a little bit more free time, I'll be able to play.
As we're talking about all this, I'll have images of the game on the screen, but I'm not going to show the actual trailer in the podcast episode. I don't want to get striked.
Well, you don't have to show me now, then.
No, I'm going to show you. I'm just not going to show it on the screen. I can show you. We ain't going to get striked for talking about it.
How long is the video?
It's like 5 minutes, but like I'm gonna cut this out. Like it's not going to be 5 minutes of silence.
Okay, well we'll be right back.
Yeah, BRB. Yeah, here's a bunch of pictures, but like it's like it looks cool as shit. And dude, like as soon as that's announced, I'm getting that shit like day one.
Yeah.
And we're back from the little break. Showed you the stuff real quick. What are your immediate thoughts on that 5 seconds that you got to see?
I think it's gonna be a good game. I think the characters move kind of like The Sims, like I told you, which isn't a bad thing. Yeah. I just think it's very like, and I've never played Sims, but bless you. But for my friends that have played The Sims and I've seen it, like they look very like Sim-esque, which is fine. I really only recently got into the Harry Potter series thanks to you, I believe. It was you, huh?
Yeah, we binge watched all the movies.
Yeah, I didn't read the books, which is always a weird thing because I used to read a lot. But I like the series. I'm not like as obsessed as like, you know, some people are. But I think it's a good game. Like if you buy it, I'll play it, but I'm not going to buy it for myself.
No, yeah. I read all the books at a younger age. It was my absolute jam. I think to this day, the last book is the biggest book I've ever read. It was like, I want to say like 1,500 pages. Like it's thick.
Yeah.
But it's no longer my favorite book series. I think of all time, my favorite book series is The Adventures of Nicholas Flamel or something like that. I'll put it on the screen. And what's your favorite book series?
Well, that's a tough question. I like to read book series because after one book's over, I don't like it to end.
Yeah.
So I read a lot of series in my time, as if I'm that old. But I like reading Maggie Stiefvater is my favorite author.
Yeah.
You know that already. Any of her books are fine. Sure, it's a lot of series, but if I had to pick one of them that's my favorite, God, it's either going to be Shiver by like the Shiver trilogy. I can't talk by Maggie, or The Raven Cycle, which is 4 books that are by her, and there's like a 5th kind of side book coming out on one of the characters.
Yeah.
But either one of those are fine. Like I really like Shiver. Like, man, I read Shiver at a really young age. So if I had to pick one that reigned over the other, it was Shiver. But her writing got so much better between Shiver and The Raven Cycle.
Mm.
And The Raven Cycle characters, I feel like I really resonate more with some of their characters. So I don't know. It's like a toss-up between those two. They're really close.
The series is called The Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel. Best series of all time. I love it. Don't at me.
Don't at me. Okay. Well, I guess I'll have to read that then.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But, I guess I'll move on to my topics now if you're done.
Yeah.
So, Since this video came out, Shane Dawson's series got 2 more additions to it. The Family of Jake Paul and The Enemies of Jake Paul. Mm-hmm. So let's just talk about it. I don't have, like, a set script for this. So I just wanted to have, like, a quick open discussion on it. So it got some backlash after the second video because people felt like Shane was trying to diagnose Logan, Logan and Jake Paul, I guess. Which, you know, it kind of seemed like whatever, but, I mean, look, it was fine to hate on these dudes beforehand. So I don't understand why people were like, well, maybe you shouldn't, hate on them or whatever again. Like, I don't know. I feel like people are being hypocrites about it, you know?
No.
I think the series is going well. I think it's interesting to note that all the pranks that the brothers did in the videos, the big ones, are fake. Which, most people knew that already.
I knew that, but it's like...
It's nice to hear it.
Yeah, it's like, now that it's known, it's like, oof.
Yeah. What a blow. Also, I don't think you know about this. So, Logan Paul made a video at Shane Dawson after the second video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch it, but he called him out. And Shane offered to interview Logan to hear his thoughts and, like, honest feedback. And Logan said no, and then he released that video.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's kind of shitty of Logan to do that. You know, like, I feel like Logan's kind of upset because Shane didn't, like, get his blessing to do the video, you know? Because, like, Jake Paul is the, like, owner, whatever, of Team 10, but, like, Logan Paul is the older brother. So I feel like Logan probably thinks, oh, well, if he's making a video of Jake, like, what makes Jake, like, more special than me, you know? Why won't he do one of me, too? I feel like there's a little bit of jealousy there.
This is, and I felt weird about this. Like, it bothered me. Because especially in episode 2, Shane did bring up Logan a lot. And he continuously kept saying, okay, but I don't want to make this about Logan. But, yeah. And it's like, okay, dude, like, just because you say it doesn't mean it's like that. Like, it's like, okay, I don't want to hit someone with my car, and then I hit someone with my car. That doesn't make it okay.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
I agree with, like, the whole thing about episode 2. It's probably my least favorite so far, just because it was so much, like, it felt like it was so much just, like, backtracking with it. Because he talk about Logan, like, okay, well, I don't know what to make it about Logan. And then, like, 5 minutes later, something else would come up with him. You know, I was just tired of hearing, like, I don't care about Logan at all.
Well, my whole thing about episode 2 was, like, the whole thing was them talking about what a sociopath is.
Yeah.
I don't really care. Like, I mean, like, I don't care about, like, the details of it. Like, I know that's I think that's the whole point of the series, was he wanted to talk to a sociopath, so he's, like... But, I don't know. I think it's pretty evident... I don't want to diagnose someone, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I said that I think Logan Paul is a sociopath. I did say that in the last episode. I'll stand by that. But Jake Paul, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know. I don't know if he's a sociopath, and, I don't know. And also... Well, I don't know where I was going with that.
I think he's just a product of his environment. His brother's very competitive. His dad's stupid competitive. His mom cares more about, like, feeling noticed than, like, actually... example, like, whenever he bought her a birthday gift, she, vlogged her opening it instead of just opening it. And he didn't know that, because she called him on the phone. And as soon as he found out that she was vlogging it, he was like, alright, well, happy birthday later. And every time he sees her vlogging and he noses it, he won't call her mom, he'll just call her by her name, Pam, or whatever her name was. It's like,
yeah.
It's weird that, like, I don't know, it's like, how dense can you, it's either his parents are stupid dense and they don't see, like, understand it, or they don't care and that they just want to keep the money that they're making. Either way, it's fucked.
Yeah, like, I'm starting to understand, like, why he is the way he is. And, like, you know, I do agree. I think it is part of the reason he's like this is because of how he grew up with his brother and with his parents.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I get it. You know, like, I'm not, like, Jake Paul or whatever. But, like, you know, I didn't always receive as much, like, oh, I'm proud of you. Or, like, oh, you know, as much attention as I would have liked.
Mm-hmm.
After my brothers were born, which is fine. You know, I'm not blaming brothers, whatever. I'm just saying I didn't receive as much attention as I probably could have, or as much, like, praise as I could have for all the shit that I did growing up. So now I have attention issues. I like your attention. I'm a little bit clingy. Like, but I understand that, you know? So it's like, I get it, you know?
One criticism that I see a lot of people, especially on Twitter, have about the whole series as a whole, and I agree with this, because this shit, like, it doesn't piss me off, but it aggravates me. Like, dude, the simplest information will come out, and, like...
Oh, he is being kind of dramatic.
Oh my god. Like, there was the one thing where, they were watching Jake's Drawn to Life thing, and then he was talking about his years in football, and he was like, yeah, our parents raised us to be really competitive, and, like, it was, like, this fucking deep bass, like, and, like, they zoomed in on Shane's face, and he was like, and it's like, dude, I mean, he just said he was raised to be competitive. We know a bunch of people who said the exact same thing of them growing up. It's just, I don't know, like, there's shit that happens.
I know it's dramatic, and I agree, it is a little bit too dramatic at times, but it's entertaining. Like, can you... I mean,
it's doing something right, because, I mean, like, we're bitching about it. I'm bitching about it. I'm talking about it. It's getting out there. Like, it's working for him. He had, his tweets on this shit. Like, there was one tweet he put out about it, and it broke over 600,000 likes. That's a big deal for a fucking tweet.
Yeah.
So it's doing...
It's a little, like, I know it's dramatic, but, like, you have to understand, like, the Kardashians are over dramatic as fuck. And you know how many people like them? Like, in their show? That's why he's doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's working for him. It's just my thought on it.
I completely agree with that, but, like...
It's also working, because I love to piss myself off. So it's pissing me off, and I want to watch more, because I just want to bitch about it more.
Well, number 5, the one that's coming up the same day as this podcast, actually, on Monday... is finally going to have Jake Paul in it. A lot of people were upset because Jake Paul hasn't gotten there yet, but I mean, it's just like a movie, you know, they can't, like, release the cliffhanger in the first, like, 10 minutes. So I get it. Like, I don't have an issue with Jake Paul not appearing until now. I think everything's going to start picking up from here. So I'm excited to see. I think it's raining again.
It's, like, pouring right now.
It always rains whenever we do this podcast.
I can try and, like, reduce the noise and the Audacity. It worked out pretty well the last episode. I don't think you could hear it in the last one.
No, you couldn't.
I'm excited. I enjoy the build-up, because I like just learning hard facts.
Yeah, I like learning it, too.
Yeah, I was just enjoying this shit.
I do agree that the second episode was my least favorite.
There's 3 more episodes. I think they're all going to be with Jake. I feel like I'm going to get burnt out with that. Like, I don't know how much they can talk about for 3 whole episodes. Maybe it'll be good.
Not even, there's 4.
There's 4 more with Jake?
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, shit, right.
Unless he, like, talks to Jake and the, like, 2 of them, and then the other 2 were, like, wrap up. Like, or at least
maybe,
the last one.
I don't know.
He made a joke on Twitter of, like, okay, there's going to be 9 parts, and the last part will be a live stream of Jake, his enemies, and his friends going to group therapy. JK. And then he put and then he put a bunch of eyes or something. So, like, maybe for entertainment purposes? I don't know. I know he's going to talk to Jake's ex-girlfriend in the next one, because that was at the last part of...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I think he's going to try to, see the mom and the dad in person. For sure the mom, I think, is going to show up again. He mentioned something about that, because the mom was upset because of how the series is going, but I think he's going to, you know... But, that's all I really have to say about that at this point. We'll see what happens in the next few episodes. By the time that we, record this again, there's going to be at least 2 or 3 more episodes uploaded, so.
Oh, yeah, it might actually, no, it won't be done. But it'll be getting there. Yeah,
it'll be wrapping up. So, we'll give our thoughts again next week on what we think so far. But, my next topic... I'm a little late, but I've been thinking about this for a while now, okay? Ever since it happened. And so, so XXXTentacion, I think is how you say his name?
I've heard people pronounce it Tenation or Tentacion. Like, I don't know.
Whoa.
Just pronounce it however
I'll
you
just
want
call
to
him
pronounce
X. Let's just call him X for
most people do that too.
Okay, So he passed away, I don't even remember when, like June, July, something like that.
It's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute. So there were people, like, after the first day or whatever, saying he might not be dead. I agree. Okay, and I've always thought this, but like recently he came out with a new song. I think it's called Moonlight. Right after he died, he had a new song as well called Sad. And like, look, I know they could have been recorded before he passed away. But with Michael Jackson, whenever he passed away, there weren't any music of his that wasn't, like, any new music, so say, that wasn't, like, it wasn't released immediately, you know? Especially back to back. Like, I understand maybe one song and then, like, save the rest for later. But these two songs were released, like, months apart. Which is weird to me. Okay? Like, in the Sad music video, which, again, it could have been filmed before he passed away. It had him in it, I think. It could have been filmed before he passed away. Or it could be CGI. But I don't know. I just think it's weird. And also, I will bring up, if you look at his channel banner picture, it's of a skull and crossbones.
On what, YouTube?
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
And it's of 3. There's 3 of them, which is weird. I guess XXX. But, I don't know. Like, I understand, like, maybe it was there before. I don't know. I didn't listen to his music, and I still really don't, but I want to touch base on this conspiracy. I don't know. I think it's weird. Even if it was there before he passed away, I think it's weird to leave it up. Because it's like, you're using his death as like an advertising point in my mind. Even though like it's not, even if that's not what they're doing, you can't tell me that's not one of the first things you think of whenever you see that. Because I think about it.
About what?
That he's dead. So why are they using his skull and crossbones? Like,
it's just, I don't know if he was signed on with a record label, but if he was, they're gonna get the rest of their money for their his contract.
But why are they still advertising for that? Like, I feel like they're using his death as an advertising point, and it's fucked up.
No, they will, and this is the point I was gonna bring up, like when you told me a few days ago, but I wanted to wait because I feel like this is like a good point for me to bring. Because recently I've been like listening more into that. I haven't really like fucked with rap or hip hop in years, but then, like in the last few months, I had been like listening to it and shit again and trying to get into it. It's a lot different than it was a few years ago. Yeah. There's so many fucking people who I don't even know existed. Recently, I have discovered Young Thug, and it's like,
why do you say it like that?
Syllable for syllable.
Okay, thank you.
And there's like, I don't know, like 6ix9ine is just a fucking psychopath.
Right.
Lil Pump is just a mess.
Okay, anyway.
But anyway, there's like the music industry, I feel like, especially now compared to what it was a few years ago, it's changing so fast.
Yeah.
Okay, like recently, in the span of like a week or two, a bunch of different artists dropped albums, all in that time frame. Like Lil Wayne dropped the Carter 5. Logic dropped another album. I didn't even know he was fucking making one. I didn't even realize that shit. He dropped one. There was like 2 other people dropped one, and it's like all of these people dropping it at a fast rate. And I feel like a few years ago, it was like more spaced out. Like when an album dropped, it was like a big deal. But now they're like pumping out albums. Because Logic made an album and he released it like a few months ago. Because I remember talking to one of my friends before he had left us. His last day at work with me was the day it dropped. And that was like at the beginning of the summer. And it's like, so that means that like it used to take people a year or two to make an album. He made a whole another album in a few months. Like that, like the workflow now is constantly up. So, and like names like Kanye and all the old artists and stuff, like Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, they've been around so long that their name carries weight, so they can release it whenever. But all the newer people like Young Thug, Lil Pump and shit, they have to keep putting shit out because there's people are constantly joining like the ring, like the competition. There's always new people joining in, so to stay afloat, and like everybody has phones now, it's just a different media. You have to constantly put out more and more and more and more. So I think because like X, I mean, he was big. He has like 12 million subs on YouTube. I'm looking at his channel. He made like big music, whatever. It was big, but like if they don't, even though he's dead and shit, if they don't keep pumping his name and making all that and like releasing all his shit, in a year from now, he'd probably be forgotten by most people. Because, I mean, he's big now, but he's not like, he hasn't been around for a decade, you know?
Yeah.
Like, his name doesn't have that much. So I think that's the reason why. Like, he is recently dead. and it's sad and stuff. And like, I feel like you're right. They should like for just the sake of like decency, not use him so much for shit still now that he's passed. But if they don't, then they're not going to get their money off the contract and shit. And he's going to be forgotten soon. Because people die, like, all the time. Mac Miller died this year. Yeah. I forgot about that. Because, like, so much, like, shit's happening so quickly all the time. Avicii died this year. I forgot about that, too. Like, there's so much, like, media, generating so quickly now.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just, like, the way our society is going so fast. So I feel like that's why.
See, I get that. That makes sense to me. But another thing that I was or that I heard, okay, like, I don't know how much weight this comment holds, but, like, I heard that he faked his death before.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. People do shit like that.
And someone said maybe he, like, faked his death this time to, like, to build up hype, like, well, I know this is, like, a sick, like, idea, but, like, to build up hype, and then he's gonna release an album, like, either next year, like, in a few months or whatever, like, hey guys, guess what? Like, it was all for, like, the album's gonna be featured around death.
Yeah.
And, like, a life cycle almost. And, like, his new album is gonna be, like, a rebirth of... And if he explains it like that, I feel like people are gonna be like, oh, it's fine. Not like, oh, yeah, that's fucked
When he got shot, the police did release his autopsy, and it was him. Like, his DNA matched.
Really?
So, even by some voodoo shit, if he did do that, he would go to jail for fraud, because he faked his own death.
See, I didn't know that it matched. All I knew from that was that someone said that there was a picture, and the tattoo on the eye, like, wasn't what his tattoo was, or something.
Yeah, I think it's this one. Of just his eye, and it has bad written on it. I can't zoom in, but...
Yeah, it was... Or, like, he got a new tattoo somewhere on his face, and there was a picture, and they were like, that's not him. But... I could be wrong. I'm just saying, like, I was just making a little conspiracy, but I didn't know that the DNA match. Well, maybe he's not dead then, but it's kind of weird. I don't know. I think it's weird that they're still releasing, because the music is just so fast, and I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to me, because that does fit with how society's going. Like, people just want more and more and more. Like, don't stop. Like, let's keep going. So, maybe that's why, but I still think it's kind of fucked up.
No, I agree with you. I mean, it's the same thing with Michael Jackson. Like,
but they waited a long time before they posted any of his, like, refound footage, like, music or whatever.
Not when he first died.
Really?
When he first died, there was a bunch, like, within, like, a month, a few different things had dropped. And then it was quiet for a few years. And then recently, because there was some, like, this year, either a song or an album or something came out this year. And then I was like, oh. So then that's why it made me think coming back to, okay, like right now, Michael Jackson's not, like, in anyone's thoughts. Like that. So okay, let's release something about him to get him back. Because his family's still making the money off his name.
Yeah.
Like royalties. So that's why I think the same thing with like X, his label and shit. They're going to keep throwing his name and using him for a little while to keep making that money.
Man, it's just so messed up.
Oh, it's fucked.
I don't know. That's just so sad. Like, just let people rest, you know?
That's just how corporations are. Like, I remember talking to you about that, about the game industry recently. It's not about making money. It's about making all of the money. As much as possible. That
just sucks, man. Like, whenever, like, we have, like, our own, like, business, like a brick and mortar business, I don't want to be like that, you know? That's just so fucked up. But I guess that's it for my topics.
Let me take a look at that script that you typed up.
Pinch of salt's next.
Pinch of salt's next.
Do you want to do yours first? Because mine's hefty, if you have one.
I do. And so now we're going to move into Pinch of Salt segment. So mine, I was in the grocery store the other day. And it's been a while since I've had a pinch of salt. This is by no major thing at all. It's just little shit. I don't know why it just sticks with me. I was in the grocery store the other day just shopping and stuff, and I saw a customer had to help one of the employees at the store. A customer needed the help of an employee at the store that I was shopping at. So she asks the guy, "Hey, where's your Sprite at?" And we were down the soda aisle, and he's like, "Okay, ma'am, it's right here." And he pointed to Sprite, like just normal. Let me ask you this first.
Okay, yeah.
What flavor is Sprite? You know how
isn't it like lime?
Yes.
Or like lemon lime?
It's lemon lime.
Okay.
Like how Dr. Pepper is black cherry or spicy cherry, something like that. Yes, okay. So we're on the same page.
Right, yeah.
It's on the box. They advertise that just because it's whatever. There's a fly.
Yeah, I saw that.
So he showed her the original Sprite, green box. And he's like, it's right here, ma'am. And she was like, no, I want the normal Sprite. And he was like, ma'am, this is the normal Sprite. And she got pissed off. And she was like...
Was it an old lady or like...
She was like 40s.
Middle age? Okay.
Like 40s. And she was like, no, damn it. I want normal Sprite. This is fucking lemon lime Sprite. And like she pointed to the lemon lime label on the box. And then I like, he just, like, it was just the three of us down the aisle. And like, so I was watching the whole scene. And like, when she said that, he looked up and we both just made eye contact with each other. Because I knew.
Yeah.
And then he was like, ma'am, he was trying to explain to her, he's like, ma'am, that is normal Sprite. Like, Sprite is a lemon lime flavored drink. And she was like, no, this is lemon lime Sprite. I need the normal Sprite.
What Sprite? What flavor was she wanting?
Normal Sprite.
But, like...
No, normal Sprite. Normal Sprite. And it's like, so what the fuck does Sprite taste like to you? If it's not lemon lime, what the fuck does Sprite taste like to you?
Normal Sprite.
That's what I'm saying. And like, in my head, I was like, bitch, they don't fucking have boxes that say normal Sprite on the fucking box.
Fuck?
Dude, fucking idiot. Oh my god. And
why is she so mean about it? Like, what? Like,
that's another thing I'm saying. Like, she was so fucking heated. This dude is like, he was like 16, 17 making minimum wage. Like, what? Why you fucking... This is like a week ago, and it was stupid. It pissed me off so much. I was like, why? Like, this dude, he's just doing his job, and he's trying to correct you. Why are you getting so fucking hostile?
Yeah, also, you're wrong, you dumb bitch.
And then she was like, you know what, I'm just going to go somewhere else where they have that. I'm going to take my business elsewhere.
Okay, so wait.
And then he was like, okay.
So wait, she really wanted to move to a different store to go buy her all of her groceries just because they didn't have say normal.
Yeah. So I hope
I would have said, can you please Google that for me and show me what you're talking about?
I hope she went to another store, filled up her basket, took her time. I hope she shopped for like 2 hours, had a big ass basket,
and then
went to go get that, and they told her this is normal Sprite, just so she could say bitch and waste all her fucking day. Dude, I hope her day is ruined.
I wish I could have seen her face whenever she realized, oh, I'm wrong. Because the bad thing is, like, whenever people realize they're wrong, a lot of people, after they've been a bitch to someone in retail, they don't, like, apologize or anything.
No, she just said, I'm
they're like, well, he shouldn't have been so rude, but he wasn't rude.
That's what I'm saying, like, he was just doing a job. You know what? I'm about to wish the worst thing on this woman. I wish and I hope,
babe,
when they bagged your groceries, they crushed you fucking bread.
Ooh, that's fucked up.
That's all I have to say.
Okay, well. Okay. That got me upset.
Dude,
it's good.
That's what I'm saying. It was so needlessly, pointlessly stupid.
We both worked in retail, so we both understand. And I deal with customers, clients all the time, so I fucking understand. Okay, but mine's a not as light of a topic. I haven't talked about this yet in the podcast as a pinch of salt or as a news thing. I was saving it, and now I'm going to take my time and saying that I am upset. You only know the topic, you don't know exactly what I'm going to say. I'm not going to be too rude, but, well, I lie. Okay, so here's the tea. So I wrote this down because every time I talk about it, I get really flustered. So I had to write it down because I didn't want to just sit here and, like, babble on for a while, okay? So I wrote it down. Sorry, this topic's hard. Okay, so some people still believe Brett Kavanaugh is innocent, and they're growing frustrated with people who believe that he's wrong. For those of you who don't know, Donald Trump nominated Kavanaugh to replace the retiring judge Anthony Kennedy on the Supreme Court. Kavanaugh has since been accused of sexual assault by Dr. Christine Blasey Ford. People are saying that because it took her so long to publicly accuse Kavanaugh, he must not have done anything wrong. Trump has publicly mocked Ford's testimony since she came out about the situation. This pinch of salt isn't meant to be a political one, but I do believe that it's outrageous for people, men, women, and children, to deny someone's claims just for the reason that it's been a long time. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that people may lie about sexual assault, harassment, rape, whatever, but claiming that someone's doing so just because of the amount of length of time since the incident is honestly just ridiculous. Like, if people would just review the evidence, they can make up their mind afterwards, you know? And, like, honestly, most people that are sexually assaulted, harassed, raped, whatever, they don't want to tell anyone because, honestly, people don't really believe it half the time. And receiving justice against your abuser is especially, really, it's not especially, but it's just as difficult as getting people to believe you.
Yeah.
And whenever the assault happened, it was a few years ago. It was like, I think it was in the 80s or something. So, like, honestly, the amount of people that would have believed her is slim to none. It was a different time than it is now.
It was a lot different time because, like, that was still the time whenever they were just, like public television, it was still, like, okay, like, a woman's on TV, she's, like, okay, a supporting cast member, oh, she does the news. Like, it wasn't, like, people didn't take women very seriously at the time still. And it was like, I mean, the 80s was a crazy-ass time. A bunch of shit happened that we don't talk about.
But the point of my little pinch of salt is don't mock the victims. Whether or not you believe they're wrong or they're right at first, just listen to them, let their voices be heard, review the evidence, and then you can make a decision once evidence comes out, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just really tired of this happening to women, men, children across the world. You know, people don't get believed. And I just, like, for me, as someone who has dealt with that, for women, men, and children who have dealt with that, I really think that this is ridiculous that an abuser is being nominated to the Supreme Court. Especially by Trump. And then he mocked the victim's testimony. Like, in public. I mean, just in general, it's shitty as hell. But, like, in public, like, while giving a speech, he mocked her. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
I think they should just, like, do an investigation on it. And that way it could be, that way it could just be known. Like, okay, if he did do it, then he needs to go to jail. Yeah. And if not, then I think she might go to jail for like, slander. I think if you fake a sexual assault claim.
And, like, look, like, I know that she gave a testimony. I don't know if they found him, like, I don't know if they found him innocent or whatever. But if he is innocent, okay. You know? Like, I understand that, like, fake accusations happen all the time. And I you know, if she's lying, then okay. Then that's fine. Like, you know what? Then let him go on, move on. I'm sorry for whatever. But if if he really did do that, he does not deserve to get moved on. A lot of people are saying because he was a teenager when it happened, he shouldn't be I don't know the word I'm looking for, but he shouldn't, like, have to deal with the consequences of what he did in his youth, which is bullshit. I don't care how old you are. If you do anything to hurt someone else, you need to get held accountable. Yeah. Especially something like that. Like, there's nothing I hate more in this world than people who sexually assault and abuse and harass and rape women. And men and children. Anyone. Like, doesn't matter what kind of gender they are, how old they are, whatever. This needs to stop, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of victims not being believed and being mocked before people even understand. Yeah. So, that's all I have to say.
I think it was just handled poorly. Like, I mean, that's everything nowadays, though. Like, everything just gets blown to proportion. But I don't know.
And it's ridiculous how many people are against her. And, like, don't believe her right off the bat because it's taken so long or whatever. If someone needs to take their fucking time to tell the world or just tell someone else that they were abused or harassed or whatever, then you know what? Let them take their fucking time. It's a traumatic experience. Yeah. I speak for all the people and myself who have dealt with that before. It's traumatic. Yeah. It takes time.
I feel like either the two, like, they need to settle it behind closed doors and stop just publicating it everywhere. It's not helping the situation at all. Or they need to just investigate it and then the results come out.
I think
that way it could just be settled.
But see, here's the thing. No matter if they do it behind closed doors or in public or what, it's not gonna, like, it's gonna give the same results. I think it's better that it's publicized. And I'm telling you that because I think it's good for, like, the Me Too movement. I think it's good that it was so public. Yeah. Because it brings more awareness, and I think it brings more support. If it would have been dealt with behind closed doors, I can almost guarantee you she would not have received enough support. Yeah, you have a point. Because most people that are in power up there are old white men. Mm. And honestly, it's mostly old white men that say that the victims are wrong or it was their fault. I can't tell you how many times, like, people have said, old white men have said, like, oh, it was the girl's fault. Or the guy's fault that got, like, abused or whatever. And sometimes it's, like, white women, too. It's mostly older. But I've never seen anyone else.
Yeah.
It's mostly old white men. And I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it happening.
I agree.
So, that's my, loaded pinch of salt.
Alright, our next category... Well, is it...
Trivia treats.
No, but is it a category or is it... I don't know what you would call it. A segment.
Yeah.
Our next segment is Trivia Treats. You want me to go first?
Who went first last time?
I don't remember, to be honest.
It was you, I think, about the juice.
Yeah, mine was...
It was you.
Okay, well then you go first.
Alright, so last week, Kaleb starved.
I did.
I did not.
We need to keep like a score.
Yeah. We'll do that. Well, I've won twice. You've lost twice. So.
No, I won once.
You've won once, but you lost twice. That's what I said. You lost twice. I won twice.
So you lost once then.
Yeah.
We did 3. Oh, you didn't. You all you said was. Never mind.
You know. All right. So here's mine. Pizza Village is one of my favorite local restaurants for ordering pizza. Which of the following toppings is not offered at Pizza Village? Crab meat, anchovies, or banana peppers? Which of the following is not offered?
Crab meat.
How'd you know that?
Because sardine. What was the second one? Sardines.
Anchovies.
Anchovies. That's stereotypical.
Banana peppers at Pizza Village?
I mean, just in pizza in general.
Oh, you fucked up.
It's not a big thing, but I was going off of the fact of, like, crab meat is, like, seafood. It's very, like, seasonal, and it's really fucking expensive. I don't think they would. Right. I don't think they would fool with it.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, you were correct. So you get to eat.
Good. Eating big.
Okay.
Get my question ready for you. I gotta find it. I found it. All right. Many people know of Bowser Jr. But what most people might not remember is that Bowser has 8 other kids that have generally always been in the background. I've listed names of his kids below, with one of them being fake. Which is the fake name? This is not 8 names. I just put down 4. Okay. One of them's fake. Is it Larry, Ludwig, Wendell, or Wendy? Which is the fake one?
What's the first one?
Larry.
What's the third one?
Wendell.
Wendell's fake.
Damn it! How'd you know that?
I knew Ludwig and I knew Wendy. So
really?
So it was between Larry and it was between whatever. But I think I remember hearing Larry, so I was like, well, I've never heard that other W. I've only ever heard of Wendy having a W as a kid.
I didn't even know you knew about them.
I know Ludwig. He's in like a Mario Kart game. And then I knew Wendy. I don't know how I knew that.
Mario Kart.
Well, I knew Wendy. You're the one that told me, because we were playing Mario Kart or something, and I was like, I've never seen all these characters before. Who are these people? And you said, oh, they're Bowser's kids, and here... So that's your fault, because you've told me that in the past.
Fuck myself.
See, I forget a lot of things, but I remember that. I remember useless information. So that's one.
I mean, it's useful now.
Yeah, it's useful now. So I guess nothing's really useless at this point.
Alright, so we both get to eat this week.
Look at us.
Hallelujah.
Oh, I hated that.
Alright, moving on to the next segment, we will be doing our of the week. You want to go first?
Yeah, I just have one. So, just a little piece of pizza floating with some balloons in the middle of the street.
Yeah, that's a
That's a So that was pretty good. I like that one.
Honestly, I got a few of them.
Oh, great.
I got a few of them. I'm going to show you this one first because you've already seen it. But it's the 2 baby chihuahuas.
Yeah, I love that.
Holding an E.T. I don't understand it, but that's why I love it. And, like, they just look so fucking concerned about their brother.
Yeah. About their brother.
The second one is of these towels.
Oh, I love that cat.
He's camouflaged.
That's cute.
The original, like, title for it was just Am Towel.
Am Towel. Mood.
The third one is this person, like, I guess they're bringing this home as a pet.
Oh, no.
I got that one from Twitter that, like, the original tweet said, me turning around to see who the fuck is honking at my mom driving.
that is me. Oh, I've seen a lot of, like, pictures of, like, alligators and crocodiles, like, online lately.
Yeah, they're growing as pets.
Great.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse. How could that be better? I guess no one would, like, try to break into your house.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody would fuck with you.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Nobody would even visit you.
Well, that's a plus sometimes.
And then my last one, you've already seen this one too, but it's the dude, he's dressed as an Undertale character and then a furry. And they're just hanging out at this, I guess, corner store.
How could I forget?
I mainly like it just for the furry's face, because he's just so like, like, he's so short. It's like he crouched over and like he's posing. He's posted up.
I'm positive that he crouched up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, instead of just leaning in, he's posted up.
Great. Posted up.
And that's my of the week.
And now we have Dr. Juice. So I'll show you mine first. Okay.
Okay.
This one's pretty good. I like this one. Okay. So you ready?
Yes. Now it's October. That's pretty neato. Send nudes. Hail Satan. Despacito.
That's cute. I think we need some of these letters because they're really cute. I think it's at Target. We're gonna have to go.
They do have them at Target. But last time we went, because I was trying to spell something. So I remember I was trying to spell, but you were like, no, don't spell that.
It was something bad. I don't know what it was.
They had already bought all the vowels, like all like the useful letters. There was just a bunch of like Z's and W's and H's left and shit.
I just didn't trust whatever you were trying to do.
Yeah. I think I have 2 Dr. Juices. This is the first one. You've already seen it.
You stole my pants. I don't know what to do. That wasn't very cash money of you.
That cat is just fucking adorable.
I'm surprised they got sunglasses on that cat. And a chain?
I know.
I wish you could do that to Baloo, but he hates everything.
And this is my other one. This one is kind of odd, but...
Roses are red. I am quite dim. What, you egg? He stabs him. That's a Shakespeare, and that's so funny. Yeah, that's Shakespeare.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
I don't know what play it's from, but I know it's Shakespeare. I've seen that picture before. I haven't seen the...
I figured it was something old like that.
Yeah, it's Shakespeare.
Great. Shakespeare
always had the weirdest insults. What, you egg?
Shakespeare is like meme god. See, that's what I'm saying. Shakespeare's been dead for years. Now we're talking about him again.
Okay, but it's different. Shakespeare is an icon.
Part of the media.
Shakespeare's an icon.
Shit.
You know they think Shakespeare didn't actually write his work?
Yeah, I've heard of that. It was like one of his workers or something.
What a conspiracy.
I mean, try and prove it.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm not defending him, but why do you care?
Why do I care?
Not you, but like, why? Like, y'all are spending tax money to look at, like, dude, you can't be like discovering like cures to like ingrown toenails or some shit. Like, you gotta be
ingrown.
You gotta be looking into Shakespeare's past.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, I'm done with that.
Wait, can't we like? Because I'm pretty sure he has ancestors, like whatever the fuck you call it.
Wasn't Shakespeare born like 1490 something?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Can't you track down his descendants?
You think they know that from 14 something?
No, but no. This is what I'm gonna say. Okay. This is what I'm gonna say. Couldn't they? Cause I think they have original like documents that he wrote, like original scriptures. I think there's a few of them.
Well, here's the tea. They said that he couldn't write. He vocally told people.
Well, damn it. Never mind.
So no.
I was about to get like really in depth.
Which is another reason why people think that he didn't do it, because I think he couldn't write. I don't think he could write. I think he could read. But I don't know if he could write.
I was gonna say.
I could be wrong.
I was gonna say all y'all have to wait. Never mind. It wouldn't work that way. I was gonna say all you'd have to do is track down one of his descendants, force them into an Ancestry.com lab, take their DNA, and then get a document that he wrote that's been preserved, and check the DNA on it. But there'd be no DNA on it. Because in my head, they would check the ink, but then I just realized, wait, then that means he would have to like write his plays in blood. Which, I mean, I would have given him props.
That's very cash money of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that's it for this week's podcast. Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Pretty solid.
It'll probably end up being, like, on the longer end, like our original. So we didn't stick to the shorter podcasts.
I mean, dude, it
doesn't matter. Who cares?
Like, I don't know anyone. I mean, there's a select few people who will sit here and just watch it. Most people just listen to it, and like, I don't know.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter how long it is.
So.
Oh well.
Deal with it.
Oh well. Don't be mean about it.
But one final plug: don't forget to follow us on Twitter at JuiceFineapple. Subscribe, bob the bell, and tell your grandparents about us.
Well, don't tell your grandparents. I would like.
No, tell them. You know how many Facebook friends old people have?
But I don't know if we want our audience to be old people.
We just need an audience.
Okay, well, I guess we can't be picky. All right, well, yeah, tell your grandparents. Yeah. That's
it.
That's about it.
Top 5 anime will come out at some point this year.
Hopefully.
Maybe. We'll work on a Halloween episode.
Oh, we're working on as well. Someone suggested, actually my brother suggested top 5 food items or something. So we'll work on that. Or something similar to that.
I think it'd be better if we do a category. Like, I really want to do...
I agree with you.
Like, top 5 chicken fingers.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Shit like that. Top 5 fries.
Request us more things in the comments. I would like to do a video rating my favorite seasons of American Horror Story. This is going to come out after Apocalypse because I want to be able to put that in there too. But top 5 Disney movies, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, request what you want us to do, and we'll do them. We'll do whatever you got.
Give us a request in a few months. It'll be done.
Hopefully not that long, but
well.
All
right. See you guys next Monday.
Bye.